Hi, race report brought to you by Matassa Incorporated, Chicharro Cycling Club, and Tour dItalia. Adam, Nick, no, sit and use our last names.
No, I like it.
You know why? Because she puts those little things at the bottom now, because we're getting high tech.
Quick, did you find any cycling? Is that a cycling related chapstick?
This is a standard chapstick that you can find at a Shoppers Drug Mart.
So nobody has sent you any.
So anyway, on to Chicharro races 3 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah, and OCA races, and we're going to talk a little bit of Giro since that wrapped up.
Yep.
Got a little thing about, I'm going to gripe about number pinning.
Okay.
Talk about that a little bit, and some upcoming things from there. Well, OCA races, most recent one.
The KW Classic.
KW Classic.
Yeah.
Stormy forecast for the day.
Ended up not being too bad of weather, though.
Overall. No. I saw one guy who started in a rain jacket. He was the only guy in the race in a rain jacket.
He held off the rain. He did the rain dance.
yeah. Early morning races, we had a little bit of rain and wet conditions, but some of our local women went out there. So we had Brenda Sundberg and Danielle McKibben in a Masters race. And Brenda brought the win home.
A big win home. She tapped into some TT ability that she displayed at one of the earlier time trials that we had, but maybe about a month previous.
Yeah, so out of the cycle culture time trial, right?
Yeah.
And I believe, was that a course record, she said?
That was a women's course record. She beat up on a lot of guys.
Yeah.
She had the second or third fastest time
actually.
overall that night, so pretty impressive.
Yeah, she's had kind of a broken training schedule just because of work and commitment and stuff like that. So it was a little bit of a surprise where her form was at, but yeah, she won by 90 seconds at the KW Classic and kept the field behind her. So
no better way than crossing solo. So.
That's exactly what I said to her. I said, we all dream of the solo victory, and she did it. Yeah. So later in the afternoon, a couple of your guys did well, windy, hard race.
Yep.
And got up the road, Russ
Van Avery put on a big performance. 5 laps off the front, almost 50K solos, and put 3 minutes into this at one point in time before a group kind of bridged up to him, but massive performance. Yeah.
Very impressive. I mean, it was super windy out there. It's hilly, windy, crosswinds, everything. And he got brought back by the group. One guy slipped away, but then your boy Dan Dottie picked up second.
Yeah,
and Russell, he hung on for 6, right?
Yep.
I can't believe he even hung on to that group after being out there that long.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of stuff before that. You've been a busy man.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out.
Since we last looked into these camera lenses, this guy, he's been in the break at 2 Chicharro races.
Oh, I'm blushing, guys. I can feel it.
He's done the Grey County Massacre.
Yes.
Which you rode well in. You've got to kind of ignore time splits in that. It was just such a crazy day, but you did well. You raced Niagara and KW.
Yep. So I'm ready for a break now. I'm ready for a rest.
I think you need that break. Speaking of the Chicharro races, let's take a look at those. So let's start with the C race. Rod Shapley was given instructions. This is his last C race.
To set a hard tempo, and he did. Yeah,
right from the gun.
Did he get off the front? I don't think he got off the front, really.
Temporarily, brought a few people with him.
Yep.
And he brought little Ben with him.
Yep.
Junior. I think Rod did the bulk of the work. They had a few other people with them, and Ben slipped out the sprint win at the end.
Hey, what a great performance for Rod. A good way to say bonfire last event.
Yep. So when he goes up to B's. So the watch was out on Brad Laporte, right?
Hopefully, yes. I think all the teams understood not to let him pull the same move.
So we interviewed him before, asked him if he was going to try the same move. He said, well, I'll see what's coming anyway. Yep. They were on him. Who's our new favorite guy?
Tom Beausoleil.
Beausoleil.
Oh, wow.
Came through in flying colors.
Yeah.
Wow. There's rumors that there's a lot of people bidding for services right now.
I think people should be. Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be taking a look at him, would you? I'm not either. No. I've made no contact with him. Perfect. So he won that. We saw Connor Cab up there again.
Yep.
In the sprint.
Consistently been up there.
Picking up points.
Yep.
So tightened up the race a little bit. So we'll talk more about that in race 4. So in the A race, a little bit of action early on. 30 minutes from the end.
Yep.
Breakaway.
Yep.
5 of you.
5 of us.
You. Your teammate Matt Gervais.
Yep.
Your teammate John.
A pseudo teammate. Yeah. Riding the other team.
And that's a big important part in it, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So he was riding on the other tower team. Then Daniele.
Yep.
Sprinter. And Alex Hughie, my boy Alex, finally showed up.
Stay home, Alex. Stay home. Don't cross the border, man.
So I was announcing the race that night. I took the night off, and I called you as a winner with a lap to go.
Thank you.
Oh,
That is
the got great points on the line.
Great jinx, man. Yeah.
Daniele found a few.
Found some friends.
You could friends, suckers, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
Who closed the gap down and was able to blast by at the end and take the win.
Hey, hats off to him. Anytime you can win outnumbered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
3 to 1, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 2.
Yeah.
Tough to say.
That is tough to say.
Yeah. So that gave him a pretty demanding lead in the series. That brings us to race 4. Go back to the C race. Mr. Wolf, it was his last race in C's. Told him it was going to be the last time he was in there.
Did he get similar instructions to Rod Shepley?
He did.
Yeah.
Ben Wolf slipped the pack right at the start. See what I did with that?
Wow, that is poetic. My good. I got goosebumps right now, man. That is exciting.
So he took off right away. Was never to be seen again.
Yep.
Won by about a minute, I think. Somewhere in that range. So
I was on the sideline yelling to the women's team to get organized and start chasing. Right? Like I wanted, the race was up the road and
set a little bit of tempo.
Yeah.
Anyway, he won solo. The rest of them pretty much stayed together.
Yep.
Your girls, Tower Girls, did what they do. Swept the podium in the sprint there. Blair opened up her lead.
Yep.
And we'll see. So we'll see going forward in the C race now. We've kind of, I think we're at the point now where the people that are moving up are gone.
Yes.
And
change the dynamic a little bit,
right?
Give some other opportunities and see who's going to take control.
Right. It's no knock at the people staying in the C race. No. It's just a category that fits for them, right?
Yep.
So the B race, Mr. Kaba.
Yeah, he has been a quiet assassin in there. Like he's
quiet's a good word.
Yeah. He's not a boisterous rider. He's pretty composed out there, but picked up a nice little.
The last lap was a little bit of an acceleration. Only a few of them latched onto it, and Connor put a sprint in, took the win. Yeah. So that actually put him a point ahead of Brad Laporte in the series.
Nice. Okay.
So I think that's probably going to keep Brad in B. Yeah. I think he was thinking about going up to A, but I think he's going to stay in B now that he knows he's got some competition. I don't think we've seen the last of Mr. Beausoleil.
No, I think it's going to make for an interesting series going forward. You could see that group really wants to try and get some breakaways organized. There's been all French sprints really to date, so.
Yeah, definitely waiting for a successful breakaway. Sure. So that brings us to the A race. We had advertised our U.S. national team kids coming over, right? So we had Sandor Delgado Jr. and our regular Luke Mullis. So quite a bit of hype around them. Who wasn't there? Everyone was there, right?
Yeah, it was a good showing. It was a really good showing.
Other than Dan. Dan wasn't there. He was the only one missing. Yeah. But Martin Vecchio was there. We had a guest rider down, Brian Kelly from Toronto, from the Wasp team. So we had a big stacked field. Looked like some of the big boys were going to come out to play.
They did, man.
You're damn right they did.
Yeah, we got a break. Yeah.
So the first 4 laps was our longest race of the year, 90 minutes plus 3. So because of that, it started a little slow.
Yep.
6 guys went off the front. There was 2 tower guys in there. So there was Sean, Ryan, and Matt Gervais. We had Cody in there.
Yep.
Garrett Blanger.
Yeah.
The junior.
The junior. Yeah.
The bull, Tony Bruley.
And you just had to get up there.
Well, honestly, I was at the very back. I like to hang out there. I saw that move went, and I said, I better go to the front and close it up a bit, because it was one of those situations. Do a couple minutes. My motto: do 2 minutes of hard work now, or you do half an hour of harder work.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So I just went to the front of the chase, and because of where I came up to the side, I thought, what, I'm just going to try and bridge them. So I went.
Great idea. It was a great idea.
Didn't look back, put my head down, and when I got there, I saw one set of shoes behind me. Those are your shoes.
Yeah. The bright reds.
Right. So I wasn't overly happy about that. That made 3 tower guys, but I got hooked in. Sucker me, rode with you guys. So long night.
It was a long night. Being out there for 80 plus minutes.
86 to be precise.
Wow, somebody uploaded.
Yeah,
real quick.
Uploaded. Yeah, felt it. So 86 minutes out there, and we got down to the end, and the writing was on the wall. What was going to happen, right? 3 of your guys, you're going to start the attacking and try and shake someone loose. So took a couple attempts, a few of them marked, and then you got loose.
I got loose.
4 to go.
4 to go. I think Ian Phillips did what you did to me in the previous race, and he yelled at me, "You've got it."
You got
it. I was clearly done at that point in time.
Zipping the jersey, and it straightened up.
Waving to the crowd before laps.
So I'm back there, and I'm like, and I pretty much conceded. I mean, some people would call this a loser's attitude, but I'd already said to you that I'm cool that I've accepted you guys are probably going to win the race based on the situation. You know, I just want to try and get the best place I could after that. And then Tony went up the right side, and I was expecting a reaction to that.
Yeah, one of my teammates missed it. And
was not forthcoming. So when he reached you, what went through your head? 2 to go.
2 to go. I still felt pretty good about it. Tony was still taking some big pulls because you guys were still kind of closing up. So I felt pretty good about it, but he got me at the line.
Got you at the line. Yep. And then behind your Garrett
Boulanger.
I thought I had the sprint, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden this.
He was playing it cool in the break all night, coming off a big weekend of racing. He didn't look super great in the break, but I mean, knowing if he would have had that sprint, it would have been a little bit better to have it come down to the group kick. So
yeah, absolutely. So
he doesn't talk a whole lot, so Garrett didn't really voice that in the break.
No, he's not giving anything away. So good night for a lot of guys because we had your boy Craig Marentet in there.
Yeah.
Say thanks to him. Come on,
Craig. I've taken some shots at you a lot. I feel bad about that, and I need to say you did a great job that night. You looked good.
I'm willing to do a trade if I can work a trade at some point during the season. You know, if he's really ticked off with you, you don't want guys on your team that are mad at you. So we'll see. We'll see how the next race goes, and we might talk about a trade.
I coach or I inspire with a firm tone, and I think that's working. I hope it's working.
Well, I'm not like that at all. I'm passive. Oh, so okay. That put you in 3rd overall in the series. So you're riding high right now,
guys. Let's just call the series right now. Like I'm fine. Let's
give him the bronze.
Give him the bronze. Give me on the podium. Let's shut it down. We've had a good season.
Yeah, absolutely. So I assume the team meetings now it's going to be guys. You got to work for me.
Yeah,
get me loose.
Oh yeah, bring it to a bunch sprint for me, guys. You know where my talents are. Help me out here.
I might be able to accommodate that for you moving forward.
Thank you.
So good races. I mean, I felt kind of bad that. And I'm not lying, I swear. I felt a little bit bad about the American kids getting caught out because they kind of got caught by local numbers in a little bit, right? Before they knew what happened, we're a minute up the road, and it's kind of down to them and Martin Vecchio to do the chasing and some of the Wolverine guys.
To be fair, though, we took a page out of Luke Mollis's textbook.
We did.
Go early. Go early,
right? Absolutely.
So, Luke, you should have known we were going to go early.
So it was interesting. Sandor, one of the things he said is, I'm not used to, we asked him how he liked the circuit, and one of the things he said was he's not used to not having to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
So little type of different racing for him. Yeah. Moving from Joes to pros, Giro d'Italia just wrapped up.
Yeah, great Giro.
Yeah, very good. The last week especially, last couple days.
Yeah. It always makes that argument that it is the best Grand Tour on the calendar. And wow, we lived up to it.
Yeah, I think for variety and terrain, stuff like that. It was interesting though, Sven Tuff said they were talking about the most elevation, the Queen stage in the Giro. And I think it was something insane, like, over 20,000 climbing. And they were talking about how that's so much more than the Queen stage of the Tour de France.
Yeah.
And he was in the background of the camera, and he goes, I'll take a Giro d'Italia mountain stage any day over a Tour de France mountain stage, just from the intensity of it, because everyone's all amped up at the Tour de France. So anyway, it came in the last few days, right? And the favorite, Vincenzo Nibali, was 4.5 minutes back.
Pulled it out.
Yeah. Now, so those of you watching this, you're cycling. We won't, you're into this stuff, so we won't go over the whole story of what happened. He was down 4.5. Koistic, who was a surprise leader, right?
Yeah.
Had a crash, so he pulled the race out, but I think the big conversation coming out of it was, well, how does someone do that? How are you 4.5 minutes back and you're not looking too good, and then you win the Giro d'Italia? Yeah. So the obvious doping question.
Yeah, the cloud of suspicion kind of sets into that.
And I'm the first to call that card on people, mostly because I would say 9 times out of 10 in the past, it's proven correct, whether it's Floyd Landis or Armstrong or Pantani, or if it looks suspicious.
Yeah, these extraordinary feats that
generally is, right? So, but I see this one a little bit differently. So let's look at the circumstances. Okay, he had a 4.5 minute gap, but he was only sitting in 4th place at that time, right?
Yep.
So he's got to jump over your favorite guy, Valverde. Yeah. He's got to get over a guy I genuinely like, Chavez.
Yep.
And
Kreuzberg.
Yeah, and Kreuzberg. So Kreuzberg crashed on a descent.
Dramatic crash. Like the footage was incredible. Yeah.
Not often in a bike race you crash into a snowbank.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So he got up from the crash okay, but then he needed a bike change, and that was his big undoing.
Yep.
Along with the fact he had no... Now, I think the big mistake they made, they didn't put someone in the breakaway.
Yep.
Because if he had someone in the breakaway, they could have dropped back to help him. So he started losing time. He got stuck in no man's land. And by the time they got to the last climb, he'd been pulling into the wind and he was cooked, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at that in itself and take Nibali out of the picture, he lost that time through what happened to him, right?
Yeah.
And not through what Nibali did to him, right? Because Valverde only finished within a minute of Nibali at the end of the stage, right? So, and then when you look at Chavez, I watched the daily blogs, the Orica Green Edge backstage pass, right? And I noticed, I don't want to sound like, I'm not patting myself on the back.
Yourself on the back.
Okay.
It's okay, man.
4 days before that, I started noticing his voice was getting a little slower and tired. And he just looked tired to me. And I thought, man, he's hanging on, like Grand Tour guys look like. And he just got tired and had bad legs.
Tough Grand Tour.
Yeah, and gave up, 2 minutes on the last day, which put him a minute or so down. So I think in this case, I'm not going to call foul. Tour de France 2 years ago, on Nibali, I'm crying foul. I mean, he just rode away from guys, right? Never looked, he had the Armstrong look.
Yeah.
Right?
Fresh every day.
So I'm not calling this guy innocent, but in this situation, I don't know how you see it.
It was dramatic 2 days, those final couple days, which I really enjoyed. I'm not a huge fan of Vincenzo, but
me either.
But overall, I thought it was still a great Giro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely wanted Chavez to win.
Yep.
So, can you really see past the obvious guy? Anyone you think might jump out? I'll tell you one guy I think you might see in the GC picture that we haven't is Dan Martin. I feel like he's finally focused on riding for general classification.
Yep. I'd like to see Dumoulin. I mean, he was kind of my Giro dark horse.
He was. Do you think? I'm not sure he's even going to ride it though.
Yeah,
he's got the Olympic time trial on his right. He might start it and do a time trial and go from there. The Dauphiné just started, and that's always a preview to it. I can't see past
the Froome, Contador,
Quintana, and Contador. Now, I'm sure one of them will crash out.
Yep.
I mean, if you're in like a fantasy Tour de France pool or something, you got to play
people do that.
I believe so. I mean, they're major geeks that do it, but people do play those things. They'd even start, researching now. Watching some of these races and stuff.
Sure they do.
They'd have moist lips. And, anyway, so we'll talk more about Tour de France on the next show because it'll probably be a few days in, and we'll take a look at it then. One little bit of housekeeping I want to do, and this has always been a big thing for me, is number pinning.
One of the many big things for you. I mean, the list of big things is long, but this is
one. A problem with me?
No, I'm just saying you have a
laundry list,
and this is one. So let's.
I'm sure people watching this are like disagreeing with you.
I'm sure no one's disagreeing with you.
Here's my thing. Okay, people. Now let's not get into how these pins are put in here because it's stressing him out because he likes to tuck them in and
you're ruining a perfectly ugly jersey.
Now we'll get to the jersey. Okay, this jersey was won through a Tour de France pool.
I didn't know those people.
I bought it off some nerd on eBay. So here's what you got to do, people. Okay, you have to picture a camera. This is you riding along. If they say numbers on the left side, okay, you got to picture where the camera is and imagine it looking down at you. Because I am sick and tired of seeing numbers pinned this way. There is no camera in bike racing that's situated up here that's looking down on you. So picture where the camera is, and then...
I'm a big fan of the under the armpit mount. I like that one.
I can't stand that
Really? You don't like that one?
No, the number gets...
I like to be able to see my number when I'm riding. Like I like to come in
keep things in it?
Yeah, it's a good spot for gels.
Yeah,
fourth pocket, man.
I've seen them up here. I had a teammate, this is an M1 teammate the other day. This pin was missing as we went to the start line. He goes,
Oh.
I almost just turned around. Instead, I waited 2 laps to turn around and get back to the car. So, people, let's get these numbers pinned correctly because we're going to start calling people out. Our cameraman Marcus Vani will be on high alert at Chicharo, and if I see a number pinned wrong, we're taking a still shot, and you will be exposed.
Been put on notice.
Yeah, it may even be a special edition, like a Dateline type.
Hard-hitting.
Yeah, hard-hitting reporting. Okay, and then one more thing about numbers in number 13. Okay, so I know there's a lot of folklore about upside down, pinning it upside down. I actually got this number recently, a couple weeks ago, in a race. Now, here's my issue with that. Don't trust the OCA, okay? And you American guys, don't trust your association over there.
Some conspiracy theories stuff
yeah,
here.
well, you pin it the wrong way, and next thing you know, they're going to... I don't know what number that would represent. But they may have problems identifying you. And if you believe that there's luck associated with it and upside down, well, I got some property to sell you.
You could be fined 50 Swiss francs, man, if you don't have that.
I'm not actually sure if a Swiss franc exists. It's just referred to.
I don't have 50 Swiss francs, so I'm not taking my chances.
You always see this. So, so yeah, let's keep superstition out of it. Okay? Put your chapstick on backwards, back to front before a race. That's okay. But anyway, so what do we have coming up? We've got a ride for
July 17th. Yeah, July 17th is kind of the international global day where women across the world ride a metric century, 100K. 100K. Yeah. So that'll be happening at Cycleculture at 9:30. This will be the third year we're doing it. We've had between 30 and 40 women show up. Nice. It's a fully supported ride.
Yep.
And you get women of all abilities, so it's kind of that really unique ride where you've got like the really experienced ladies helping out your newbies at it. So
yeah, if you're coming for training, don't come for training. Get your training.
It's a long day in the saddle. It's a long 100K.
And yeah, I mean it's one of those accommodate the slowest person type rides, right? But it's a great way of bringing everybody together.
Yeah.
We don't have a day like that for men because it would just be a big argument, basically, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't even go.
No, we don't accommodate each other.
No.
We just ride as fast as we can and keep up. So that's a great event coming up. We have a couple of our young riders in town are going to be heading up to Markham area this weekend. One of the Youth Cup races going on. So we've got Ben Wolf and Katrina Pauly Mason going up.
Yep.
That's
on a side note, looked exceptional at that last sea race. Katrina was some very cool days.
She did well over. We had the Waterford races a couple weeks ago that Nigel Moss put on that went very well, I must say, and she rode well over there as well. So coming along really well. Ben's been gaining experience in the Youth Cup, just trying to, even the cadet category is pretty tough. There's some good talented riders in there. So now on that note, let me mention this. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but September 3rd, the day before Erie Street, we will be hosting a Youth Cup event at the Chicharo Club. So, and that is a Youth Cup finale. So it's going to be a big day, and I plead with you to come out and watch that and support. A lot of people rest up the day before Erie Street from a spectator viewpoint because they know what a long day it's going to be, and so they, if we can get people out to support the youth, that would be great.
Yeah, it's great racing. It's super spectator friendly. So
and then what else? Erie Street, we have an event confirmed for the bike
we
races.
have at 11 a.m. starting the Running Factory 5K foot race.
5K foot race.
So they'll be you actually be running the circuit that the racers will be racing on later in the day. You might actually, if you want, do a little duathlon, right? You could kind of tap in, do a little run, and then a little race.
Are you allowed to stop every kilometer and stretch your back out?
Yeah. You probably can.
Grab your knee and everything. I could take the mic, because I'm announcing that day, I could run.
The man on the course.
The man on the course. I am coming to corner number 1. It's looking good out here.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay, I like the idea of that. So
look for that. I think that's a great way to kind of...
that'll be about 2.5 laps of the circuit, right?
Yes.
Just over... it'll be just under 5K if you do 2 laps, so we'll probably start them a little further down and try and finish them around where the bike race is finished. So it'll be neat. So come out to that, bring the family out.
And I think runners like to party. I think runners are big partiers.
Well, they do. I mean, 5K, they can dust that off like nothing, right? And hit some of the local establishments and then settle in for an afternoon of bike racing. We already have a big name confirmed for Erie Street. We have Ed Deal, national team member, and he's been winning the Senior 1-2 road races
really good
last
season.
couple. Yeah, really good season. So he is he in the flesh confirmed that he's going to be coming down Erie Street. So if we can get our defending champ Jeff Schiller out, it's going to be a big battle for sure.
We can start the battle right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to
build the hype.
Yeah, I need to find out where these guys are at with each other, because we witnessed a standoff with them a few years ago, right?
Yeah.
Out at Chicharo the day before Erie Street, so we'll see where they're at.
Perfect.
I think it's a friendly rivalry.
Sure, absolutely.
Just like us, right?
Absolutely, man.
So that's it. So we're getting prepared for Erie Street. Next to Charo, June 16th.
Yep.
And Waterford, that's underway. We're a couple races in with that. We'll
your skin tone is so much more illuminated right now.
Yeah, well, you know, I asked them for the closing. I wanted to pick the lighting up a little bit.
Yeah, you look great right now.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Wow. You know, my girlfriend sets me up with some nice skincare products.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
you can tell
I have a regime. I do. Yeah.
Don't doubt it.
Should mention too, Michigan State Championships. It's all in a weekend.
Yeah.
Crit and road race, July 9th, 10th.
Great course too. Great
2
course.
years ago they used the course out there, right?
Yeah.
Nice course.
Rolling hills.
Yep. And the 45 plus race. You know who the defending champion is?
Don't follow 45 plus racing.
Okay.
Are you?
Starting last year, I started following it
Did
heavily.
You really? Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Nice.
Out in the Kalamazoo area. Now, there has been some talk of Elvis being sighted in Kalamazoo in the past. So, just for that reason alone, I'm going to be going out there.
Might as well go.
Until I see him, I'm going to keep trekking out there. So, I think that's about it.
Can I offer up maybe for your regime here? I feel bad about the chapstick. Could you some finish line Teflon grease with this? Buy that? Is that
my
what?
lips?
It's second related. It's lubricant of some sort. What do you think of it? Try it.
Listen, I'm willing to try anything.
Okay.
I can think of some other places you could use this.
Well, that's pretty rude.
So we'll see you back one of these in 4 weeks, but we'll have our post-race number 5 in 2 weeks. And look for some other little features we're going to have coming up. And as we heat up towards Erie Street, we're going to get some stuff going for that as well. So for Adam, I'm Nick. We're out.
You got a team handshake at the end like that.